Yo, welcome back everyone to Season 5 of Macamachine's Rocket League Series. Week 1 here, playing the Guardians. Now, remembering back from last season, I don't know if you remember, but I'll let you know. They made the playoffs. A stat though, against the Knights, they averaged 967 points as a team, which is crazy. Go! And we're off. Oh, I missed that. Also, they're ranked the third best team in this league. I'm pretty sure they moved up as well from Season 3. But as season opener today, we have a special guest. NickG, please welcome back to the studio.
Maccalee, it is quite the honor here to be back in the studio, as unfortunately the Knights let up a goal here early to the Guardians, and that's something that I've noticed and that I'm going to speak on for the Knights here as the Season 1 opener. You know, they played worse in Season 4 than they did in Season 3, their championship season, and the stats back this up. The offense last year, you could just tell from watching the games, was non-existent, as they only averaged 0.6 goals per game and 0.7 shots. Comparing that to their championship Season 3, they averaged 1.6 goals and about 2 shots per game in that season. But despite the lackluster offense, the team played a whole lot better on the attack, having a franchise-high 0.53 assists per game.
It's kind of sad, don't you think?
I mean, 0.5, only averaging a half an assist a game. I mean, that means that, before they were just taking it themselves, not playing as a team. But because they set that franchise high, they are playing better as a team on the offense, on the offensive side of the ball. Now, to the defensive side of the ball, despite having also set a franchise record last season with a franchise high 0.71 saves per game, their defense was honestly quite disappointing, being the league leader in goals against at 63 goals against, which is insane for an 18-game season. Now, despite this, I'm very hopeful for a better season, both offensively and defensively here from the Knights in Season 5.
Great, thank you, NickG. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game here as we get into it. It is 0-1. Knights need an answer here. Speaking of, the Knights, we got Maccamachine went with Heater and Merlin as his players, which I guess...
As you can see right there, Merlin, probably the best offensive weapon that the Knights had last season, scoring probably the most goals out of the entire team.
Yes, he played well. And at the very end, Maccamachine getting frustrated with Tex, switched in Heater, and he just played well. Heater, or the Heat, always has been a solid player on this Knights team throughout the seasons.
Yes, he was there on their championship team when they won it back in Season 3. And as a Knights fan, I don't know about you, but me, I was confused about the decision to cut Heater as he scores here. A brilliant breakaway goal here, kept his composure, put it right in the back of the net.
That's just what the Heat does. You never can go wrong with the Heat, as Maccamachine says. And here we now are, 2-1 as they take over. Maccamachine now has an opportunity, just can't get to it. No boost there. So he's going to try and center it. Does get a touch off the wall. Heater taking it away from him though, as it's cleared away by Sentis and Junker. Now on...
something you said, Maccalee, last season, sorry to interrupt you here, but
it's all right.
Right there, something like that. Balls up against the wall here that Maccamachine just cleared. They did not have that presence. As Merlin puts it in off of that. Great assist by Maccamachine, even though he didn't get it. Clearing it off of the wall was a big thing that did not happen in Season 4. The ball just sat there on the wall, got to the middle of the goal, and was put in. And that's where a lot of the goals against the Knights were happening. And it's good to see here at the start of Season 5 that that's starting to change.
You're right, and I know Maccamachine has been putting a lot of work into training and prepping himself for maybe more advanced games in the future. I know I built him a specialized training oh, I don't even know what it's called, but it's, you know, you do training in Rocket League. Unfortunate goal here for the Knights. But
yeah, I mean, you can't do much about that. Maccamachine has a nice clear. Heater tries to clear it out, but Jerwin at the right place at the right time puts it in the back of the net.
yeah, so he's been doing a lot of work in the offseason, trying to get better. Switch his car up too. Thinks,
Yes, I was about to say something about that. He's using, I don't remember what car that is exactly, but it seems like he's getting a lot more consistent with hitting the ball because of it. It's a little bit more extra space here.
yes, his car, the Roadhog. He wanted a bigger. I told him, I was like, Maccamachine, I think you gotta go with a bigger frame here. You know, usually those wider frames are more meant for dribblers, and as we know, Maccamachine is just not one of those guys.
No, he is not.
So I think the nice power to his car, you know, it doesn't need to put a lot of energy into those hits to really bomb it downfield.
Yes,
know?
and as you can see, you know, from the assist he had on Merlin's goal up the wall, he just sent it basically the entire length of the field just from one hit.
Yeah, I think
which
we'll
you
do
were not
wonders.
seeing before.
We'll do wonders for him, hopefully this season. Now he's on the breakaway. Chokes the shot.
Oh no! Puts it wide on the breakaway. You know that could be a if the Guardians here score a late second screamer, that could come back to bite them.
Yeah, and as you touched on earlier, you know, they're finishing just like that. For an example, you know, easy goals like that. Just if they're gonna want to win games and go far this season, they're gonna need to score those goals. So hopefully, Maccamachine, that is his first and only mistake like that this season. Shouldn't be missing wide open goals. But thankfully, the Knights win their first game into Season 5. Merlin MVP, and what a day it is to be a Knights fan. Welcome back, everyone.
Great way to open up Season 5, and like I said before, I hope both offensively and defensively they have a better season. You can see here, the beginning of Season 5 did just that.
Yes.
And I hope to see more of it.
Yes. Well, thank you, NickG, for coming on for the season opener. I'm sure you'll be back.
Yes. Very, very great to be on here, and I hope to be back very soon.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.